focus on your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Start to create this soft whisper in the back of your throat, a slight constriction as you exhale through your nose. And through this whole practice, we'll come back to this breath. Use this breath, Ujjayi breath, breath of a warrior. Draw yourself into this room and onto your mat, into your body. Set everything aside. The rest of the evening's plans. They'll be waiting for you when you finish. And then walk your fingertips to the edge of your mat and come press up into down dog. Rise up onto all fours. Turn your toes under and press back. Spread your fingers out wide. Place them to the edges of your mat. Here, and really spread your fingers wide and press into the first knuckles of each hand and the V of your thumb and forefinger. Sink your heels down to the mat behind you and press your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and give a slight bend in your elbows, a nice micro bend. Nice, good, yes. Nice micro bend in your elbows, a micro bend in your knees. And allow your head to drop. Allow your gaze to go behind you, to your knees, or to the wall behind you. And allow your chest to melt down towards the earth. And then walk your feet to the front of your mat and come into ragdoll. So take your hands to opposite elbows and just allow the weight to come forward in the front of your feet, the balls of your feet, and just sway back and forth. Sway back and forth, nod your head, shake your head. Really release here. Spread your feet about hip distance apart, maybe 2 wrist width apart, and then release your hands. And slowly rise up to standing. Take your hands all the way up to the ceiling. Look up for mountain pose. The palms facing each other. Yes. And then draw your hands to heart center. And we'll start our practice today together with 1 Om. So everybody take a big inhale and exhale. Inhale. Rotate your pinky fingers in, look up and really reach up to the ceiling, and then hands come together at heart center, bow forward, forward fold. And then halfway lift, come up to a nice flat back, make contact with your hands either on your shins or on the earth, and look forward. Lengthen the crown of your head towards the wall in front of you and take your tailbone back behind you. Beautiful. And then forward fold. And then rise all the way up, mountain again. Look up, reach up, and then hands together at heart center, forward fold. Halfway lift, nice flat back, open your chest to the wall in front of you, and fold. And step back, high plank to low. So as you lower down, you can come to your knees for a modification, press into up dog. And then turn your toes under, down dog. Nice. So sink your heels towards your mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. And pull in your belly button. Pull your belly button into your spine and press halfway lift. Open your heart centered, nice, and take it back. High to low plank. High plank to low, nice. Draw your elbows in, beautiful. Up dog and down dog. Three big rounds of breath here. Really fill up your backside. And when you think you can't fill up anymore, try, fill up, and then big open mouth exhale. Let me hear everybody. Big inhale, nice, and exhale. Good. So continue to create that ujjayi breath as you move through with each pose. Make it audible for your neighbor to hear. And then look forward and floater step to the front. Halfway lift. And fold. Rise up all the way, mountain. Reach back, mini back bend. And then fold. Halfway lift. And chaturanga, high to low plank. Press your hands into the earth to lift your shoulders away from your ears. Nice, and then turn your toes back for down dog. Press your thigh bones to the wall behind you. And really spread your fingers wide. Press into each knuckle of your finger. Really plant your hands and your feet. And soften your ankles. Soften your ankles to a center. Nice. And then floater step to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Bring your big toes together, your heels about 2 inches apart, and sink your hips down for chair pose. So sweep your hands up to the ceiling and look up. Look where the wall meets the ceiling. Nice. So the weight shifted into your heels. Lift up your toes, spread them out, and then set them back down. And drop your tailbone even more, 2 inches more. Lift your hip bones up off of your thighs. And open your heart center to the wall. Beautiful. That was a great movement there. Nice. And hold a couple more rounds of breath. Sink it down even lower. Turn your palms together, facing each other, pinkies in. Big inhale. Fill up your chest. And then exhale, forward fold. Nice job. Halfway lift. And step it back, chaturanga. High to low plank. Up dog. Press through your hands. Soft micro bend in your elbows. Soften them. Spread your elbows out to your partner. And then take it back, down dog. Nice. Floater step to the front of your mat. And halfway lift. And fold. Rise up mountain. Mini back bend. Take your arms up and then sweep forward.